Is the prince the heir of magic? No more discussion is needed. So please pray for the holy woman. Can we stop here today? I do not blame him for many unusual things. You don't see why. Are you interested in the queen? She said angrily. I'm still calm. I just see there's a twist to this. Of course, the Ngok lady's love is direct. I really don't want her involved in this. Little Pearl blushed her face. The prince does not look at you with contempt. Men have to choose now. I forgot about my fiancé. Then I can talk again. If you said that, I have no way to fight you. You're gone. There's only a small trace of power left. I'll give you a drink. You refuse to leave immediately. I'm afraid you poisoned me. And the people behind them all bent over. Thank you, School CA Missing Fin Solver. I laugh. You don't need to celebrate small things. I have heard your name for a long time. Thank you for the meaning. If I don't finish later, I'll interrupt. Your name is not welcome. The little thing that he kept saying to me. Later if needed. It's just that we can give up. The mountain will do its best. You ignore what you're saying. Speaking of which, we are also responsible. If I didn't tell Miss Pearl. This place is the entrance to the silent battlefield. You probably haven't met either. Death Knights. Jiang-san, when I heard that, little Jewel opened her eyes again. You guys mean well. No need to blame ourselves for being unlucky. That's what the female of the tiger-free electric ancestor is. We're really ashamed. Come here and try to ask a question. Your name has been changed. With your strength will not be so material. He winced. What do you mean? Do I have a reason to change my mind? The school replied, that's because I was rude. I thought you were moving the Dharma. It should hurt the soul. So it's impossible to exercise real power. The people behind this noise. What happened to this? Little Ngok asked, but CA didn't say that last time. There is a problem with soul training. It also makes the memory forget a part of the SAO. Do you need to try to help him? Repeat many words. It's just a small, unremarkable mistake. System panel pops up, rubbing the air transport Kai-Do joint. It makes people in the mountains suspicious of each other. Heavy damage air transportation. The school laughed. If so, your name will heal. Try not to bother anymore. It is very fun to know your brother now. Then there was the man who walked slowly. He walked on his lips with an incomprehensible smile. The figure on the prince's head began to fluctuate. It doesn't feel right somewhere, he suspects. On the cliffs. This is why you stopped me. You want to let him out? The prince asked. I calmly agree. That's what I think in my heart. Do I have to tell you? It's because the weather hasn't returned yet. And now he's dead. Who is responsible for me? Death does not laugh. No need to bother. The court will judge the secret of the air. Just go and look for it. I'm confused. I can't think. I just wanted to kill the drama. I can't believe the first scene was seen. You keep talking. But that guy alone runs to this pitch. Or try to find him with me. Not finished. I wanted to go. I suddenly remembered that I had a previous job. She was silent for a moment and wondered strangely. My husband and I talked about him. She also winked and changed her eyes. What are these two people trying to do? Are you the king? At the end of the battle, the owner went inside. It's deep in the silent battlefield. I'm afraid that there will be a holy spirit from above. I worry about the whole crowd coming in. The leader said, "Don't tell weak people to stay. Others follow me in. If you come to the holy standard of sound, never killed either, then why? Fighting to be the first young person in the world. Maybe that school can do it." And so is Lao Tzu, the subordinates shouted. No tiger is the missing owner of the Golden Mountain. Is there anyone else in this atmosphere? From the gates, some people step out one by one. They're surrounded by a purple power. The young man, he asked. 3 mysterious people laughing. You've probably run out of chances. The people below were surprised to ask him. Let the 3 great saints do what they do. My master's unicorn has orders. I have to take your place today. When the evil lion asked me to take my original. This world is easy to get. Is the successor to magic. Suddenly, he was stunned. Maybe it's my prince's name. And he has no hatred. I can't believe the guy laughed in front of him. Anyway, Kim, this original unicorn is also a rare thing. Take it out. Horrible screams echoed without the owner. The Kier. People are strangled. People fall to the ground. A thief wields magic. He lies on the ground moaning. Angiogenesis. Something that's in the shape of a flying ring. Have a voice according to the killer. Emperor Huangshan born prince. Angiogenesis. The method of the golden unicorn is truly unique. Someone walked in. The unicorn's eyes widened in wonder why it was you. Trying to punish CA with a scary face. Laughing evil on the way to peace. I received your original. At this time, a group of people, led by IP. They're flying to the Kier. The unicorn and the goddess are dead. Then I heard that the bone joint. They just walked and talked. I didn't know you had kindness. Instead of them unwind. I'm afraid you didn't expect it either. It's happened so much these days. At that time, if you let the goddess of electricity kill the prince, there probably won't be any of this now. The prince must have been feigning weakness. I want to hide everyone. If he goes all out, even if it's unique, it would also endanger his billions. Run over there. Someone who urges. A group of people are arguing. The emperor dared to kill my master. This enemy is not God. Thien Hong's son replied, You always talk about me. Like these days, I'm always with my sister. Never left. What proof do you have? The unicorns are still determined to come to this country. You are also disguised. You thought you were in a good place. To take the primacy of my missing host. It can cover up all the stars. I don't know. My family has already used the corn infusion. You are the heir to the magic. Business do angry. You suck blood. The unicorn and I have no hatred. Why should we hurt him? What the hell do you think is true or false? The llamas landed. The golden unicorn we know a little. I can't believe the bone is so big. Someone called Brother IP. It's just a little weird. Why was he in such a hurry? They killed 2 people in a row. The king said. I'm sure he put too much pressure on him that day. Make him fast. They want to increase their power. Lin Chai said, This magic path isn't just cruel. But this guy's still in action. Two groups of people are still arguing. Don't think that behind you is the mountain. My father is the emperor. You can do whatever you want. I tell you that your body is the heir to the magic. You will be welcomed by the enemy quickly. The bone is on you. You are slandering for the list of library fairies. So I'm trying to kill the cool soul. With good friends, the sky and the earth will witness. The people of the mountain turned to look at each other. I remember in the middle of the battle, your majesty seems to have left. With your majesty's power. Disgruntled Du is back, what do you say? I just want to rest for a while. I also have to report to you. Worried about calling a CA? I suspect you asked him. But lately, at SAO, the situation of CACA has changed so much. At SAO, the real power dropped sharply. There's a lot of weird stuff. He7 looks at you. You too have doubted me. The Lao unicorn came to attack the factory. The person next to you can't hide it. What else is there to talk about? The old man must make you bring back to my tribe to deal with it. He reached out his hand to capture the bone. He was scared to scream. The system panel appears again. The number of bones jumps continuously. A source of golden power can burst, pushing everyone around there. They wanted to rush in, but they were thrown out. He cried out in pain. The yellow power source, the needle that forms the bell, soaring up into the sky, and then it explodes, creating an arc-shaped boundary. That surprised the Kier people. It's the wind. Spirit of ancient spirit that the emperor made for his son. They all look up at the border. The title of creation says Space Blockade. This border is easy to enter, but it's not easy. He's hiding technology here. That's a lot of people. What does he want to do? Don't you want to kill them all? Du7 looks up at the sky. I've said 1,000 times I'm not the successor to magic. I'm guilty of why you don't believe me. His followers advised him to stop his lack of mastery. What are you doing? Is he worthy of the name of the emperor? High Theme Lake turned to the shore. At the very least, throw away the taboo magic. Only Ngok also voiced CACA. Don't be infatuated anymore. He laughed at his brother. CACA, I still think I'm CACA SAO. If I were CA, I'll take a few sentences from someone else. That doubted me. Ngok, business tears negative, is not CACA. He was angry enough to scream no more. If you don't believe me then. The bell above their heads glowed. It made everyone panic. What is hiding? The Mad Prince was going to kill them all. From where? A man in a mask rushed down to attack a girl. It scares people. The girl is screaming. The masked man laughed loudly. Resist my master. Don't fail to escape. A guy who screams magic and is. Great holy scene. A girl continued. No blame. He didn't waste his energy killing 2 angels. It turns out that this trick. 2 other masked men kneeling in front of the blue mist. Consult the successor. Don't worry, no one will leave alive. Ngok immediately questioned. The 3 great saints have magical breath. CACA you still want to deny later. He was stunned. I said I didn't know these 3. People will believe it. If someone tries to hurt me, it seems to help me. But you're angry. Come to this country, and you're still acting. CACA brother to blame for the upbringing of the Yellow Mountain. 2 people wearing masks are angry. He attacked her and you. To the liver of the air. Not someone who can scold. A warm-blooded old man has not said anything yet. King Song and IP Roman, the man in the mask, attacked the crowd in confusion. What to do? It's very difficult for us to deal with the big picture. It's all clear. It's so bad that the fish died. Head mask name. She was tortured to the point of coughing. I can't believe you're so crazy. I also want to kill. I dare say so much, the mask shouted. Blue Mist panicked. No. It's not like that. Stop it. Stop trying not to hurt the lady. A hand led to attack the mask. That's the CA school. You hit Kier in the back. Little Ngok is afraid of the prince. Kier stepped back towards the fog joint. He was also surprised when the late CA school showed up. CA-SAO school. Others are glad. He tried to kill the owner. Good, we're saved. Someone shouted at me. A surprised girl. I didn't expect him to enter the blockade of the spirit retreat. To save us. I can't believe it. Ngok was raised by the late CA school to say your name. The taboo magic that was Buddha disappeared a long time ago. Why are you so stubborn? Don't worry, I love you very much. Maybe we can also sit down for tea. Talk about the world. The index of the fog is 12,250. Stop pretending to be a good person. Is it not because you're playing games? In your heart, you know that I am not. You also understand I'm not the successor to magic. I'm sure Zhao Yu said unpleasantly. Too much talk is useless. The self-proclaimed machine is not honest either, but also absolutely invisible. The murderer of fellow priests. He even killed his sister. How does that go against the heavens? We have to change the world. I was angry and loud. The others talk. CA's lack of hosts to this country. He wants to throw dirty water on you. That's the evil mind. This man and his staff. I've killed many of my friends. I can't forgive him, right? You must not forgive him. The bone turns and screams at you fools. He was playing in the palm of his hand without knowing it. Trying to punish CA is the bad guy, eh? He didn't finish talking. Because the two masks suddenly jumped ahead. You inherit the peace of mind. Now we're going to kill him. The CA school also rushed to make Tu and Ngok worried. Be careful, these are the two saints. You reassure her, not SAO. I can only protect you now. Both sides attack each other. The two sources of power conflict with each other. It's a lot of pressure. I'll see how long you can stand it. The masked man spoke loudly. At this point, it seems that the school is exhausted. You've bled. Your face is struggling. You're being pushed back. Zhao Ngok anxiously calls the school CA lack owner. Others feel it. It's too strong. It's two great saints anyway. Tried to practice for many years. From the beginning to the end, I always believed. The two men came to attack. We can't win. You wield power. Create a tremendous force to repel the two Kier. This is the wind. The others were surprised. Not expected the owner can use it alone. The tiger is the head of the state. The two Kier stepped back to the green, and he screamed. You are a thief, and your village is evil. Let's see how we use the spirit. And suddenly, his face got ugly, and he winced. He was stopped by two masked men. The heir to that name is a bit strange. We temporarily withdrew was not wrong. It is not easy to fight now. The next day came to take their place. Bakir caught the green fog flying away. He'll rub it, but he can't escape. Who are you after all? I don't know you. The three Kia replied, don't be stubborn. Let's go, green mist, let me go. Others were both surprised and delighted. The prince's name is hidden, and the boundary is open. CA school lacks backward theme. The prince's name and his organization. He was scared, but unfortunately, the opponent was too strong. Can't hold them back. Suddenly, blood splashed on the ground. Cough for an hour and then fall down. Everyone anxiously runs to the missing CA owner. Why not? Dear brother. I hold my chest. Sorry. We are forced to use the newly betrayed weapon. I can't keep them. It's my fault. Drowning and screaming, let me go. Who are you, and whose mouth is it? Are you sent by the late CA? He's the heir to the magic, isn't he? Say something, he shouted, while the number on his head keeps dropping. Very quickly. Ngok, named to support the arm of the school, CA. Try to thank him today. The name of a lifetime is not forgotten. I just didn't expect the fog to drop like that. To save a father's life. I said, your mother doesn't need that. The mountain has such a big thing. I hope you get your spirit back soon. I agree with you sadly, I understand. I just didn't expect him to come, and I wanted to kill him. You cough again. Someone asked me anxiously if I was okay. You are also worried about your son. Where we have the cure. The women there scrambled to give you the drugs. We have two. I use my own to punish the owner, where I also have. CA school lacks our user go that good quality. Use mine. I use mine a lot, and they give it to me. I saw them, so the name Ngok Dre, who tried to chastise CA, laughed. No small injury is not worth it. Thank you for your interest. A few days later, 3 masked men kneel in front of school CA report. The owner has done it according to his subordinates. The bone has been thrown somewhere by us. Self-destruct. Now do joint and Hong Sun joint. Air separation also drops to the lowest. This time do it like that. People will know too. If IP said no wrong. The organization that inherits magic power must really exist. They're definitely in contact with the bone. I clasped my hands thinking. Your face is sinister. The title of the successor to the magic. That bad guy has to take care of himself. Then, you go to the next gate. Use this trick to find the successor to the magic. Maybe. I asked her if she had anything to do with the red dress. Okay. Long time no see. I miss her a little bit, and you smile. Somewhere else. Blue Pearl and her subordinates are invited somewhere. The wind blows the curtains flying. There are 2 men standing guard. She was embarrassed to ask the person in front of her, I don't know if you're invited to come. Is there something wrong? Do you have sharp eyes on Min? She is the fiancée of the late father. Moon Min no Sao. You don't seem calm and you're nothing. I just want to give you one piece of advice. Don't get too emotional about the CA. The Jade does not understand what you mean. Everyone knows that you and your husband are married. Maybe. You're afraid I might steal your fiancé. You didn't say I was saving you. It is also good for you. Being too close to him would be very unhappy and miserable. She laughed and robbed him. I'm afraid she thinks too much. The jade is angry with you. Lord, be grateful to me, be grateful to God. The Lord of Heaven must answer about something else. God has thought a lot. The name of the jewel is self-contained. You're not going to stand up and nod. That's good. Hope you. Without saying it all, a word interrupts her. Min has not been to the south. Without an hour's notice. It took me so long to find. All surprised to turn around. Miss Schoolboy, see a missing boss. You're not surprised. Why are you here looking for me? I want to see you for a reason. When he finished, he put his hand around Min's waist. This act makes you blush. Engok, girl born. Don't worry, I don't mean to be jealous. Whenever I have a girl next to me, she couldn't sit still. You don't want to push me out. Be careful what nonsense you say. I would be jealous to deal with one. Little girl. With a soft voice, he replied, No, I know that my brother knows the best. Like this, it's not fear that she'll intimidate people, or Sao. Only Engok looked at the two Kier lovers who only knew how to close their lips. Silence. Engok and his subordinates bowed. The man tried to joke. I rarely see you and your husband meet. An outsider like me doesn't bother anymore. Later free. I hope the prince and the emperor come to heaven. We talk. I answered right away for sure. You're free to go. Then the others also retreat. The missing owner. We also report from here. Try to stop walking slowly. You can say goodbye to everyone. One girl pulls another girl away. Stop looking. Can you talk to me, princess? I can do what the girl replied. If you are not cold, you are welcome. It's not just drugs. I see that I also gave the body as well. I can only be silent. I turned around and didn't do that. Is not to make the name of the princess uncomfortable, Sao. You are worried that I will harm the earth. You have no emotion. I dare not talk about worry. I just don't want to see her regret it. You are someone to admire. Finally, again, it has just a peace in your heart. Suddenly, I close my face to you. Make you roll your eyes shy. Chess or not, doesn't matter. I just want to know you're not jealous. Does it matter? If I am jealous, you will have less contact with them. I'm kidding you, guess what? I said, guess if I can guess. I laughed mysteriously. I don't know what you're thinking. Suddenly, I picked her up. Long time no see. Min is not so naughty anymore. You are afraid of blushing. CA, what do you want to do? I put her down at the back table. Of course, I have to teach her a little. See if you dare to make fun of her. You panic. Don't joke. Let me down in the daytime. I put my face close to her for an hour. Scared now? Call your husband. I will let you go. Husband Jun. You laughed at her. You really believe this word makes you sad. She is angry. She punishes CA. This son of a bitch was talking when she tried to lock her lips. That evening, the moon was full of stars. In a ruined place, the CA bar sits crouched on the broken pole. Is the prince's name the wrong one? Why is there another magic potion here? There is not only one SAO in every life. Maybe there will be two people in my life who will inherit magic. You are sad. A human soul that looks exactly like the CA bar. Appear to talk to you. It's impossible. There is only one heir in each life. Forever like that? Why this time? There is another successor to the magic. Where is Ra? I have seen Sai in the ancient world. Ancient Heaven 6 is even waiting for Ra's birth. All rumors, there has been a trace of the heir to the magic tool. Smiling spirits fly in front of you. Thinking so much. After all, there is someone to stand for us. It's much easier for us to act. It doesn't have to be stealthy like before. You are right. Now I want to go to the library. You also need a lot of points. There is someone who holds the title of the successor of magic, to the detriment of our actions. Hears soul through her piercing look. Convenient to get close to you. It doesn't actually have to be that annoying. She came close to her ear. We just need to be a little bigger. The schools trust in you. Now just swallow him. With his gift. We can. Don't let her say more. How many times have you stood up and shut up? Don't bring this up again. Or you also know. With my current power, I can totally swallow you. Panic Shadow, what are you talking so loud about? She laughed. CA, what are you thinking? You are the heir to the magic. The predetermined will be on the side, the opposite of everyone in the world. You will spend your whole life in front of him. It's just a teapot. She laughed out loud. Laughing, we must know. The school doesn't even consider you a woman. He brought you back to heaven. I don't care. Put your body in his eyes. You are just an animal. When you are in a good mood, play. If you are in a bad mood, you're nothing. She covered her mouth, pointing at her. A stupid woman like you. Not, you thought you were important to him. Probably not, isn't it? She laughed again at the CA bar. You are not stupid either. You must know all the recent actions of the CA school. If you let him know that you are the heir to the magic, you think he'll forgive you. Is she flying towards you again with a dangerous face? He doesn't just not do that. And he killed you himself. Then use your body as a tool to attract people's hearts. If you don't believe me, tell him. You are the heir to the magic. See what he does, she laughed. She holds her hand tight, shut up. Her eyes teared with the energy in her burst. You scream, shut up for me. He attacked the monster in the face. It's very fast, and then it's split in two. Just a few cuts. You've taken down a lot of monsters. Now, the monsters have only a few remnants. I didn't have any trouble taking them down. CA school to collect weapons. The sheer number of souls we beat to death. That's enough to get into the library. But there is no way to increase the capacity. Here, you're thinking against your chin. Female cardinal ghost, buried ghost. Based on Min's clues, the female ghost cardinal is far more powerful than me. There is a giant behind us. But it's not safe enough. CA school laughed right. The body is the transmitter of the electric ancestor. He must have gone to the depths of the underworld soon. So, following the cultivation of an amazing part of the sky. Probably not a bad choice. It is very good that Prince Cho has no sign. My spirit. You can trace it to her location. Now, the pearl in the bag of death. It's constantly shining. Death is in the Jiang department. I saw you alone again. Against a horde of monsters. You're crazy. What are you taking? With your current power. You can't basically eat them. The prince rushed up to attack a monster. You told the prince to take you home. This is my business. The face of the dead. Here is very happy to be alive. And we don't have a solution. Only risk your life, slowing down the progress of the great yin heaven. I can be worthy of my status. She risked her life to attack the monsters and repel them. Go back and tell the department. To prevent the extinction of sound, which is the work of the ancestors. What are you running to do? The main business ghost error has been found. If your energy has no use, then go deal with them. The office was quiet for a moment, and then whispered again. The inheritor of magic. Still caught off guard from not turning around screaming. What are you ignoring? Careful, she startled, glancing at the back. A monster has been standing behind her ever since. It's like he's about to attack you. Out of concern, she was attacked by a monster. Make you fall away. The monster doesn't want you. It keeps coming towards you. Where do two thin hands come from? It's surrounded by blue lightning that stops him. It's the cam trying to repel the monster. Protect the department quickly, Jiang. Are you crazy? If you don't leave, you're really going to die. She fell to the ground and said, I can't walk. We are the transducers of electricity. I want to protect the world. The prince is about to turn back. Protecting the world is not hard. You're just a worker who doesn't have this destiny. Come on, he's running out of time. Get up and go. You say that, but you don't know. There are a lot of monsters behind me. She screamed, fucking be careful. You're weak. It is good to die like that. I don't think so much. Something landed. You have all the monsters around you. From there came a golden sword. It appears next to the dead. Surprised you by looking at it. Suddenly, he rushed straight into the monster's stomach. To surprise you. Now, the facility is being carried by that AI in its hands. She asked the saint if she was okay. She looked at you with her eyes wide open. The teacher hugged the school and greeted it. It's a coincidence we met again. The police department was surprised when the person who had just saved her was the CA. You get out of my hand and let me go. It's not that we have nothing to do with each other. I don't need you to save me. Calm down, I don't want to save you. If you want to die, don't die in front of me. What an eyesore. You hear them arguing and you ignore them. You feel angry and you don't let me continue. What are you trying to interrupt me for? You fuck the clothes, he replied. I'm an asshole. That's how you talk to your lifesaver. I just stood there watching them fight. Who told you to save me? I don't want to go to the office. You really can't change your personality. Let yourself be right. Whether you die or not, I don't care. The prince is now full of question marks in his mind. I lost the connection. How these two people were made. Are they so close? Try to punish CA to get out of the way. I've never seen anyone as stupid as you. Have a mind that doesn't know how to use. It's not just the perfect sound. I am so scared to hear what you want to do. You will not be. I also want to be alone against the great sonic beings here. Hey, your brother is crazy. Where does another space come from? Thousands of demons are standing there waiting for tons.